Now in revision series we will start with uh, basics of economics. Let's start. Economics is the study of how scarce resources are allocated to the satisfied unlimited wants. It is divided into microeconomics, individual unit, and macroeconomics, aggregated economy. Demand is the quantity of goods consumers are willing to buy at various prices. Law of demand states that demand decreases as price rises. Ceteris paribus, simply understand, supply is the quantity of a good procedure are willing to sell at various prices. The law of supply states the supply increases as a price rises. Ceteris paribus, equilibrium price is where demand equals supply. Elasticity measures responsiveness of demand as a supply to price charges. GDP, gross domestic product, is the total value of goods and services produced within a country. Inflation is the general rise in prices over time. Deflation is the opposite, a general fall in prices. Fiscal policy involves government's spending and taxation decision. Monetary policy deals with money supply and interest rates controlled by the central bank. Opportunity cost is the value of the next best alternative. Foreign public goods are non-excludable and non-ravelers, and market failure occurs when free market fails to allocate resources efficiently. Externalities are cost or benefit to third parties not involved in a transaction. The circular flow of income shows interaction between household and firms. Economic growth means an increase of the production capacity of the economy. Development economy studies factors that improve living standard. Indian economy overview. India is the world's fifth largest economy by nominal GDP. Agriculture contribution about 15 to 17% to the India's GDP. Industry and service sector contribute the rest. The service sector is the largest contributor to the GDP. India follows a mixed economy model. The Planning Commission was replaced by the Niti Aayog in 2015. The Green Revolution improved agriculture productivity in the 1960s. And demographic dividend refers to a large working age population. India has a large informal sector employing many workers. Poverty reduction has been a key development goal. The unemployment rate varies across states and sectors. Inflation targeting by RBI aims to keep inflation between 4% to 2%. Fiscal deficit is the gap between government revenue and expenditure. Public debt includes domestic and external debt. GST, gross goods and service tax, was introduced in 2017 as a major indirect tax reform. The financial sector includes bank, NBFC, insurance and capital market. Foreign direct investment (FDI) allows have increased significantly. India is a member of WTO and follows global trade norms. Make in India initiative promotes domesticate manufacturing. The Start India program encourages entrepreneurship. Sectors of economy. Primary sectors includes agriculture, forestry, fishing and mining. Secondary sector involves manufacturing and construction. Tertiary sector provides services like banking, education, and health. Agriculture employ about 50% of the India's workforce. Small and medium enterprises (SMEs) plays a key role to the manufacturing. Informal sector lacks formal contact and social security. The industrial policy of 1991 liberalized the economy. Public sector undertaking contributes to the strategic sector. The MSME sector contribution significantly to the export and employment. The IT and ITES sector is a major service sector growth driver. The agriculture sector faces challenges like low productivity and fragmental land holdings. The banking sector is dominated by public sector's banks. The Reserve Bank of India (RBI) regulates the monetary systems. Insurance penetration in India is still low compared to the developed countries. The stock markets include NSE and BSE. Infrastructural development is crucial, and economic growth power of the energy sector reforms are ongoing. India is the world's largest producer of milk. Fisheries and animal husbandry contribute to the rural incomes. Urbanization increases demand for service and infrastructure. Planning and policies. 5-year plans were central to the India's economic development strategy till 2017. Niti Aayog promotes cooperative federalism and sustainable development. Fiscal policy aimed at stabilizing the economy and promoting the growth. Monetary policy controls inflation and supporting goods or growth. And disinvestment policy aims to the produce government stakes in PSUs. The public distribution system (PDS) provides subsidized food grains, and Manrega guaranteed 100 days of wage employment in rural areas. Financial inclusion promotes access to the banking for all citizens. Inflation is measured by CPI and WPI inclusion indices. And industrial policies emphasize privatization and liberalization. Export-import policies regulate international trade. Labor laws govern workers' rights and conditions. The Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code (IBC) streamlines corporate insolvency process. The Make in India campaign focus on manufacturing growth. The Digital India initiative aims to improve digital infrastructure. Skill India mission focused on enhancing vocational skills. Startup India facilitates innovation and entrepreneurship. The Jan Dhan Yojana promotes financial inclusion. Environmental policies addresses sustainable resources use. Social sector spending includes health, education, and welfare. And contemporary issues and concepts. Inflation affects purchasing power and cost of living. Fiscal deficit means macroeconomic stability. GST replaces multiply indirect taxes to unify the market. And decentralization in 2016 aimed at curbing black money. Cryptocurrency regulate is an emerging policy area. Climate change poses risk to the agriculture and livelihoods. Income inequality remains a challenge. Urban poverty is rising with migration. Agriculture reforms includes contract framing by NSP policies. Trade deficit occurs when imports exceeds exports. FDI policies have been liberalized to attract investment. Labor reforms and to simplify and modernize law. Infrastructure gaps holder economic growth. The pandemic severely impacted the informal sector. Digital payments have grown rapidly post-pandemic, and renewable energy investment are increased. Public health infrastructure needs strengthen. Data, data privacy and protection are gaining importance. India aims for net zero car, carbon emission by 2070. Economic survey and budget guide private formulation. These are the most significant 100 points from the economic for revision, and another is coming soon. So please go through it and please subscribe and have a nice day. All the best.